Alright, hey Fang Gang, hope we're having a fantastic night. Hey Aaron, hey Dragon, hope you guys are having fantastic nights too. Put on my reading glasses, because it's time for more Blue Archive. I see you guys threatening me with a good time tonight. Hey Static. We left off with Volume 3, Chapter 14? Well, that's the wrong one. Story. Main story, Eden, Chapter 1 and 16. That was, she's Trinity, because I put all my Trinity girls on the main screen for this arc. I forget her name. She's on the Vigilante Task Force. She's one of the 3 that are with you in the prologue, way back when. I think she throws flash grenades or something. And all of her momos are her saving Sensei from being abducted by the delinquents, and it's actually pretty good. Suzumi? Is that her name? I forget. Chapter 16, Crack in the Surface. That's not foreboding at all. Trinity is professional haters of themselves. I think they'd be a mess even if they were the German school. I think there's just no getting around it. Trinity's always gonna be a mess. A hot mess, even. I feel so much better now. Showered already? It's still early. Oh. It wouldn't be a VTuber stream without scuffed audio. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, please. Still early. Are you forgetting? Hifumi slept in so long this morning that she didn't get a chance to take a shower. She's stinky. Hey, you don't have to say it out loud. It's embarrassing to be stinky. You only slipped in because you're up late last night preparing our mock exam. I mean, you guys just took the actual exam yesterday, or the day before yesterday. So I feel like the mock exam was just a way for them to procrastinate away the second day without actually doing anything again. Audio should be on now. I just forgot to turn it on at first. If anything, I regret letting you down after all your effort. Let me know if you'd like to sleep in tomorrow as well. I'd be more than happy to help you wash up in the morning to save time. What? It's okay, I think I'll manage. Ufumi did say she was up late putting the mock one together using last year's keynotes. Yeah, but they just took the real exam the day before yesterday, so I think they should have already known where they stand. I mean, there's literally only a 1-point difference with all of them. She can wash herself. She's not a child. I think there's like 5 characters who are 18. So, okay, we're not going to get into that rabbit hole. I know. I'm simply trying to be efficient. There are several advantages to bathing together, such as water conservation. She has a good point, but it's not like we have a luxurious bathhouse where we can all spread out and get to know each other better. Now, I know there's Shun, who's such a hag that her name is censored in her bio. There's the goth girl on Problem Solver 68. Her name starts with a K, I think. I forget her name, but she's really nice. There's I know there's at least 4. Wakamo. Yeah, Kyoko, that's right. Makoto, yes. Shun is such a hag that her age is literally censored out. She's probably the oldest hag in the group. And Hoshino isn't technically a hag, but she's a hag. She's a hag to be. She's a hag in waiting. She's a hag in spirit. Wait, I didn't read that, did I? Oh, I know. What if it said we all went skinny dipping in the pool next time? It'll be just as good as the bathhouse. That doesn't make sense at all. Prohibited. Completely prohibited. Beta age? Is that like there's a beta test for the game or something? I don't particularly mind, but what advantage would there be? Swimsuits are required for the school pool. Shun is in a quantum state of age. She's either very, very small or very, very hag. Her age was 23 or 24 in the game's beta. Holy shit. Holy shit. Man. I mean, that's still young, but holy shit. I didn't expect her to be that old compared to everyone else. Although that is interesting, because that means she's the only Halo'd character that's above the age of 20, which is interesting, assuming that's still canon, but whatever. We can all agree that Shuna is easily the oldest character in the game, besides Sensei, probably. Think about how liberating it would feel, and so much fun. Enjoyment! I had to consider that. And it would be liberating, you said. Stop corrupting her! Stop, stop, stop! 2 or 3 that are above the age of 20? I only know Shun. Although they're Halo'd characters. Oh, okay, on the JP side. Yeah, no spoils. Thank you for not spoiling. You're nothing but a degenerate and a corrupter! Trinity already has enough perverts running around named Karu! Really? I had you pegged for the type to be totally into skinny dipping. Was I wrong? What gave you that idea? Pools require swimsuits! It's just as anything else is deserving the death penalty! Oh, in that case... Plump. She's approaching threateningly. The bikini I was wearing at the pool yesterday. What are you whispering about? Hanako? Would that really count as a swimsuit? Eh? If it wasn't a swimsuit, then what was it? It's funny how many different types of lingerie there are these days. Some of them could easily pass as swimsuits at first glance. Heart. Ah! Are you saying that's what it was? Don't tell me you! Goodness, why are you shaking so much? So what if it wasn't a swimsuit? How would that change the experience we shared, Kaharu? I can't tell if Hanako is like maliciously teasing or if she's just that innocently stupid. What's the difference between a swimsuit and underwear to begin with? Waterproofing, body protection, design, the exposed areas. They're no different from the outside looking in, right? And that's why you believed me when I said it was a swimsuit, didn't you? She's Hanako. Fair enough. Fair enough. Have a good day. What if I turned around and said it really was just my bra and panties? How could that be proven either? What's the point in being told a truth that you can't trust or prove for yourself? Man, that's some fucked up foreshadowing wrapped up in a Hanako perversion. Stop talking in circles, which is it? It was a bathing suit. Sorry, it's just so fun teasing you. I can't help myself, heart. It is fun teasing Kaharu. Fair enough. You just wanted to tease me the whole time! Now I understand! Hanako was alluding to the 5th koan. Eh? The 5th what? What are you talking about now, Azusa? Child, what is you saying? It's something I've heard about in passing. Kavotus's 7 koans that date back to ancient times. I believe she was referring to the 5th one. Can we prove anyone has ever reached paradise? Azusa, you're not wrong, but do you really want us? I feel like it would be better to calling it Schrodinger's swimsuit rather than referring to Hanako's swimsuit as paradise. I feel like okay, I'm just gonna move on from that one. That's how I remember it, but I can't say I know the rest. It's a rhetorical question meant to ponder the existence of paradise, if no one alive has ever seen it. I'm surprised you knew that. That would mean... Azusa, have you met Seiya before? Seiya? She's a tiny fox. She's also a sneaky fox that doesn't like to be around Mika or Nagisa. I almost said the wrong N-word there again. You mean Saya, whatever, from the Tea Party, don't you? No. As I said, it's just something I've heard in passing. That's right, you were a transfer student. So if you didn't hear it at Trinity... Vanitas Vanitatum and another academy. I mean, can we... I'm not convinced there is a traitor amongst these four, among us. But if there is, it's Azusa. Forget I said anything. It's already getting pretty late, so we should get some sleep. Good night, everyone! Was Sensei in the room for that one? Or did Sensei already fuck off? No, Sensei's in Sensei. That's right, Sensei is in Sensei's room building the fort again. You gotta build the fort. Later that night. There's something I wanted to talk to you about, Sensei. I can't hear you, Fumi. You have to enter the fort before I can hear you. I've soundproofed it. It's about Hanako. I can't hear you, Hifumi! I was looking at model answers from last year while prepping for the mock exam, and I came across something. No, Fort Kickass, man. There's no way you could have known, but that triggered a memory from long ago. My very first Minecraft multiplayer server. On a whim, I named World Kickass, and I named my first castle Fort Kickass. And man, that takes me back. That was 2010 or 2012. It was me, two of my besties, and we were just living our best life in Minecraft back when it was alpha, before the biomes update ruined everything. Fort Kickass, my first. Every answer came from only one student's exams. Let me guess. It was... Wait, hold on. I feel like she's gonna say Hanako, but I feel like it's Azusa who's hiding how smart she is. Hanako! Exactly. It was Hanako. I'm not proud of it, but I took a peek at her first year scores as well. They were perfect. She aced even advanced classes that third year students struggled with. She's a genius. But for some reason, Hanako's grades have completely plummeted as a second year. Are you saying that she caught the tism? Yes, I think Hanako is intentionally scoring poorly on her exams. Why would she do such a thing? I mean, honestly, I can fully believe Hanako is, one, not aware that she's doing it, two, aware that she's doing it on purpose as a way to get to Sensei, three, doing it on purpose just to spite Trinity, because there's no bigger hater on Trinity than Trinity. Those are my three theories on Hanako. Who's our little clomper? Short and stout. Who's our big clomper? Wait, no, she's sneaky. You can hear her clomp. Not a single clomp from her. Is she on another one of those night patrols? Those are some big bullets for that pistol. Hold on. Those are like... Am I crazy? Aren't those like rifle cartridges for a pistol? I mean, there's pistols that are crazy enough to do that, but... Holy shit. Okay, moving on. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to do it right. I'm actually tired. Good morning! Good morning, my little terrorists. Who's our little shuffler? Generic bullet.png or rifle rounds if we go by the point. Yeah. Well, I was going more by the brass casing was so long. I thought something felt strange. Was it the rifle round sticking into your ass? I haven't seen Sensei all morning. Where's Sensei got trapped in the fort? This is not a drill. I need help. Sensei needs help. The fort collapsed. Fool that I am. I built too tall, too greedily. Now I'm buried under mattresses, pillows, and blankies. Wow, the pool is full. It's our gorilla. It's been a long time since I've seen this old thing filled like this. Were you planning on going swimming? Maybe organizing a pool party? Oh, hi, Mika. Also, it's 8 a.m. I want to go back to sleep. Why am I here? Nah. Hello, welcome to Sensei's personal space. I was just wondering how you were doing. Oh, I'm great. Everyone's failing, but I'm good. I mean, I'm good. It's not me you should be asking how we're doing. Well, this is escalating fast. We're meeting the traitor already? I'm not convinced there is a traitor. And if it is, it's obviously Azusa. I mean, she's literally the Unabomber in Minecraft. Nagi is really going all in, isn't she? Even signing off and using all these facilities for your makeup work classes. So how goes it? Hope you aren't simply pretending to keep busy so you can have pool parties with the students. You wouldn't do something like that, would you? I fucking love my gorilla. My gorilla princess! I love her! I love Mika. I want to go to sleep. I want to go back to my fort. Mika, do you want to come to my fort? It's really cool. You don't have to be so wary, Sensei. You're gonna hurt my feelings. Are you at least eating properly? I could always have your classes catered if you like. Would tea and cake be No! I need meat! I need beef! Give me real food, not sugar! I'm dying! My apologies, I understand. You're not interested in small talk. It's literally 8 a.m. I want to go to sleep, Mika. In that case, I'll get straight to the point. And for the record, Nagi doesn't know I'm here right now. I'm by myself, as you can see. She offered you a deal, didn't she? Wait. Ah, fuck. I took this job without getting a deal. Fuck. I'm not getting paid for this. This is unpaid work. Fuck. I got tricked into volunteer work. I got all swept up in the new story arc. I didn't notice. Man. Hey, Lydon. Hope you're having a great night. I don't remember a deal. I think I accidentally got conned into volunteer work. Also, her Halo is cool. It's pretty unique. I always like the 3D Halos the most. Technically, it's shale, but I don't feel good about it. I'm referring to searching for Trinity's traitor. You mean the Unabomber named Azusa? I think Haneker's innocent, honestly. I think she just willingly is that stupid. I thought that might be it. She's a card, that one. Wait, you know? She didn't even give you all the oh, no, she meant Nagi, not the traitor. Unless the traitor is Nagi. I'm willing to bet she just dumped the responsibility in your lap and told you to get to work. A little. And she didn't offer a proper reason or intent behind it either, did she? Did Nagi tell you why the Makeup Work Club was founded this way? To expel failures? To keep the perfect record of there literally only being 4 failures in 50k student body? Really, she told you nothing at all and burdened you with so much. I rejected her offer. This is volunteer work. He did. It's volunteer work. I don't want her money anyways. I'm not mad. You're mad. Is it because you didn't want to suspect your own students, or? No, I suspect them all equally. It's not my role to find Trinity's traitor. I'm hourly. Oh? So that's it. He represents Shale, meaning he ultimately an interloper in all this, unbelonging to Trinity. It's only natural that those of us whose world revolves around Trinity would have difficulty understanding your reasoning. You girls need to get out more. How fascinating. It's a fresh perspective, if nothing else. Then whose side are you on, Sensei mine? My paychecks. Also Yuka's, because she does my taxes. If you're not on Trinity's side, then Gehenna, the General Student Council. Well, I'm not on Gehenna's side. I'm definitely not on the GSC side because the General Student Council kidnapped me from my own world. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got truck-cooned and isekai'd into this world, but they summoned me, which equates to kidnapping in my book. I'm on the students' side. Gehenna does have Hina, and I do like my Hiniature. Aww. I wasn't expecting you to say something like that. Joke's on you, Mika. I am that stupid. Well, if that's the case, does that mean you're on my side too? I know it may not seem like one sometimes. I'm technically a student too, you know. Yes, I am always on the gorilla side. I love my gorilla princess, Mika. You. I'll be on your side if you ever need me to be. Well, the GSC, no, wait. Well, the GSC kidnapped me to this world anyway, so whatever. I love my gorilla named Mika. Wow, you sure know how to flatter a gorilla, Sensei. Are all adults this smooth? I guess there's no hiding how happy that made me. But does this also prove my point? If you're on everyone's side, that means you never truly pick sides as well, does it not? Yeah, I like my sense. My fence. I'm gonna sit on it, thank you. So why don't I cut you a deal of my own? Taken. I don't know what it is, but I'll take the gorilla deal. Return to monkey. I want the monkey deal! Why is she a gorilla? Because she's welcome to my personal space. I'll tell you which member of the Makeup Work Club is the traitor. I already know that. It's Azusa. It's the same traitor that Nagi had been searching for. The very person she'll stop at nothing to expel. Azusa, the Unabomber. The truth is that the situation is much more complicated than it seems. It wouldn't be courteous of me to simply watch you be swayed by Nagi. Can we call... Nagisa is a perfectly fine name, but can we not call her Nagi? Because there's a non-zero chance I'm gonna slip and say the other N-word again, and it makes me uncomfortable, Mika. Did you know that inviting you to the Makeup Work Club's homeroom teacher was my idea? Well, I do now, thank you. You gorilla? Yup, Nagi was opposed to the idea. She said she didn't want to waste the favor you owed on something like this. I wanted to be someone who was from neither Trinity nor Gehenna. Oh, and as for the traitor, they are indeed one of your Makeup Work Club students. Azusa, the Unabomber. Look, I knew it! I called it! Look, it was obviously the Unabomber, okay? Look, we all love Azusa, but if we're all being honest with ourselves, she's literally the Unabomber of Trinity, okay? She was caught in a standoff at fucking... Well, I don't know. She was having a standoff with tear gas or something when they caught her. What nickname can I give Nagisa other than Nagi? I don't know. Something off her last name that doesn't start with N. The hard N. Shirasu Azusa. She's clearly sus. Everyone knew that, but I love her anyways. I love her for being sus. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Oh, that's new. Hello. You're late. Oh, Tommy, hold on. Damn. Okay. How are the preparations coming along? Smoothly, all according to plan thus far. I don't know who she is, but I love her. It's Azusa, duh. I already knew that. Look, I know a Unabomber when I see one, okay? Azusa Kaczynski. Correct! As you may know, she hasn't always attended Trinity. She was originally a student from Arius Satellite School, which broke away from the Trinity Union a long time ago. Well, student might not be fully accurate. Education was never truly a part of Azusa's experience. So why are you telling me this? If you know who it is, just kick her out if you really want to. I mean, or I can take Azusa back to Shell with me. Either way works. I'm sure you asked the same of Nagi at some point. I can't fathom how she responded. How did she respond? I don't think Nagi responded. She was playing that fucked up chess game with like 5 different kings on the board, and it was really confusing. I won't bore you with excuses, and let me be blunt like a gorilla. Tell me. You must protect her. Done. Easiest deal of my life. I will protect Azusa to the death. Nothing will come. No harm will come to the Unabomber under my watch. Oh. I assumed all chapters would go to 20. Okay, then we'll start chapter 2 tonight. Assuming it does go straight to chapter 2, right? There's no release order shenanigans here. Straight to chapter 2. Okay, yeah. Paradise Paradox, otherwise known as Schrodinger's swimsuit of Haruko. Conspiracy and betrayal, suspicion and doubt, scheming and shadow wars are running rampant. Will Sensei be able to safely overcome the crisis with the Makeup Work Club students? Alright, straight into the Great Leviathan. Tiamat? Is that why we're at a swimming pool? Azusa is obviously the traitor. Everyone knew this. That she is, and I would like you to protect her. Done. It's easiest job of my life. Easier than loving a gorilla. I guess getting straight to the point doesn't make sense without all the details. Nagi's bad habits might be rubbing off on me. How about I explain it from the beginning, please? Please. I'm not as good at this kind of thing as Nagi or Sia are. But I'll give it my best shot. That's the spirit. That's the good old gorilla go-getter attitude. Okay. Okay. First is what defines Trinity General School. As I'm sure Nagi told you, our academy's history is built on several factions coming together. No, I thought it was specifically 3 factions. That's why you have 3 presidentes. As the name would suggest, there are 3 such factions that comprise its center: Pater, Filius, and Sanctus. However, there are many other smaller factions, such as Remedial Knights and the Sisterhood. Oh, that makes sense. I assumed that they were just, like, clubs, but I guess it makes sense that they're own factions. Back then, those factions were just as hostile towards one another as Trinity and Gehenna are today. Yeah, I figured. No one hates Trinity more than Trinity. The conflict was a daily occurrence, growing worse by the day. Until they finally all came together and created a peace treaty. And so the first council was held. Well, don't you mean the first Tea Party? Where it was agreed to end the bloodshed and unite as one academy. Neat. That sounds familiar. That sounds exactly what Nagi told me. Almost, not really. But I like your version better, Mika, because you told me it. It does, doesn't it? Trinity General School, as we know, was born from the first council. There are still traces of those factions even today, but most people would never know it. Over time, history tends to become rather faded. However, there was one academy that chose not to participate in the council. The Arius faction. Those rascals. They look a little bit different, don't they? Hold on. This looks more like a Gehenna logo. I'll be real. This just looks like Gehenna with a skull. What does that say? It's upside down. I can't read upside down. Oh, Vanitas, whatever. Okay, got it. ECC 12.8. Ecclesiarchs 12.8? Ecclesiarchs 12.8. That Ecclesiarchs is a Bible book, right? Oh, thanks, Sebastian. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, hold on. Bible St. James, because it's the fun version. Ecclesiarchs 12.8. We're about to do some Bible reading. The 12.8. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourner goes about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, all is vanity. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good head. He'd... and sought... I just ruined the entire reading there. And sought out, and said in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. That was Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiarchs. 12.8. Yeah. Yeah, I assume it was like the middle part is the part that's relevant to this game. I read the whole 12.8. I say faction, but it's been organized academy much like our own for a long time. The two sides had much in common, but were driven apart due to differences in how to interpret the ancient scriptures. Their academy also held chapel classes, kept a strict conservative uniform, and I don't believe that unless they were extremely based with tummies, and had a strong contempt for Gehenna. So the Arius was the professional haters of the bunch. But Arius vehemently opposed the union, and that feud ultimately led to conflict. Trinity suppressed Arius's following the unification. It simply couldn't withstand the combined might of the new academy. Such stories are commonplace in history. Those who hold great power tend to want to test it, and Arius made for a suitable target. Arius Academy fell to ruin. It was banished from the Trinity district, but rumors say its doors remain open, hiding somewhere in the underbelly of Kavodos. They've kept the location of their district a secret to avoid Trinity's watchful eye. Even the General Student Council doesn't know where the Arius operates from currently. Just check where they're paying their taxes from. Simple as. It wouldn't surprise me if those that know the story thought of it as nothing but an urban legend. How could such an academy truly exist? Then again, I think most of our students are completely unaware of the tale. That's the Arius Academy of today, a shadow forgotten to history. Are you saying that's where Azusa is from? Clearly. Clearly they produced the Unabombers. Correctamundo! You said the story sounded familiar. As you suspect, the Eden Treaty that Nagy is proposing now is an homage to the First Council. This is a chance for two great academies to reconcile and come together in peace. If it sounds too good to be true, that's because it is. The real objective is to found the Treaty Organization, or ETO. Oh fuck, they're gonna start the New World Government. The Eden Treaty is anything but a peace signing. It's the start of a former military... Ah! Even in the other world, I can't escape the New World Order! Hi, hello. Its true purpose is to create a single-armed organization using the combined forces of Trinity and Gehenna. They're gonna make NATO, but worse. These are uncertain times we're living in. The Journal Student Council Presidente is still missing. Now from the shadows rises a new overwhelming power. NATO squared? No. I think this would be more like the UN. Nothing good comes from the UN. Quote me on that. I'm American. And what does Nagy intend to do with it, I wonder? Perhaps attack what remains of the General Student Council and assume control of Kavodos? Or does she plan to uproot Millennium and stop its sudden emergence as Kavodos' rising new academy? I can't say what her goal is for certain, but there's one thing I know. Power that immense can be used to silence any and all dissenters. Hey, the UN does a ton of stuff. They do a lot of raping and I mean, they totally don't do any of that in third world countries where they're deployed. The UN does nothing wrong at all. Yeah, just as Trinity did to Arius long ago. Or just like Sia. What do you mean just like Sia? Yeah, what do you mean just like Sia? Pretend you didn't. Gorilla. Has something happened to Sia, the tiny fogs? Hand over the fluffy tail. She's ill, just as I told you. Then where is she? Hand over the fluff! Yeah. Do you really want to know? Yes, I demand fluff. Telling you would mean crossing a line I could never walk back from. So if you betrayed me, I truly will be completely abandoned. I'll take your bet and raise you. I will never abandon my gorilla. Never. Do you still want to know? I would literally never betray you, Mika. You are my gorilla princess and I love you. Yes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You said you're on my side, didn't you? If someone who said that went on to betray me, then maybe I wouldn't mind so much. The truth is that Sia isn't fighting illness. Clompy clomp. Hello. Her halo was... Then how was I talking to her? Because when your halo is destroyed, you die. Huh. So she's dead, right? Did I just fever dream the prologue? I mean, it's happened before. I know, it's too horrible to be true, but it is. And it's been covered up since last year. Sia was attacked by an unknown assailant. Her illness is nothing but a facade. Sia's dead. And no one knows but the Tea Party and Sensei, and everyone Sensei tells. Specifically my accountant Yuka. Well, it's possible the Sisterhood may be aware their intelligence gathering has always been remarkable. Regardless, it's a secret that must be kept hidden. Huh. And no one knows who's responsible? I mean, it's probably the Unabomber school, right? There's an ongoing investigation, but it remains a mystery. Sia held no shortage of confidential information, so I'm sure that only makes it harder to narrow down the suspects. So there you have it. I feel like I have less than I started with, honestly. I learned a lot, and now I know less. Personally, I have my own list of suspects, but it wouldn't be wise to share without knowing for sure. Let's get back to talking about Shirasu Azusa. I was the one who arranged to have her transferred to Trinity. But why? Is it because you acknowledge that Azusa is best girl? Uh-huh. I kept it a secret from Nagy. I registered Azusa as a student returning from break after falsifying her documents. I love my gorilla. I love my gorilla. She does silly things. She does a silly thing like falsify information. She was feeling a little silly that day. You're probably wondering why. Now I understand why. You're silly. Area still hates us after all. While our students take the privileged environment around them for granted, their students scrape by under impoverished conditions, not knowing what it truly means to receive an education. They stubbornly cling to a grudge from years past and reject the help of anyone, including the General Student Council. But would they reject Sensei? Great teacher Powerlines! They would never reject me. No. All students are physically incapable of rejecting Powerline. Wait, that sounds really bad. I'm gonna take back what I just said right now. That sounded horrible. I regret saying that. Okay, I'm moving on. Glossing over what I just said. We could reconcile with Arius if it were up to me. Unfortunately, it's not up to the monkey. It's fine. Sensei has no rights. He can't reject students either. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sensei is literally an illegal alien. I have no rights. Fucked up how the General Student Council employs illegal aliens. But the hatred for each other is too great, and the misunderstandings too many. It's not a relationship I could ever hope to reconcile on my own. Nagi and Seiya objected to my opinions for political reasons, but I never held it against them. That's the essence of what the Tea Party does. I'm not the best when it comes to politics, actually. I wish we could all simply get along. Oh. That's why I love my gorilla! She's stupid, but she gets it! If only we could reconcile our misunderstandings over tea like in the past. What about tea and cakes? What I really want is for Azusa to become a symbol of peace. We'll have to work on that. I love Azusa, you love Azusa, but I don't think she's ready for that. I don't know her very well, but she was supposedly an outstanding student at Arius, and I want to foster her potential. Maybe I should have been more honest and tried to convince Nagi through the proper channels, but I had my doubts it was possible. I don't think she ever would have agreed to it. No, I really doubt Nagisa would have ever agreed to that. I feel like anything Mika says, Nagisa out of hand rejects, just categorically. Reconciling with Arius will become impossible if the Eden Treaty is signed. I wanted to make amends before that happened at any cost. I want to show through Azusa that an Arius student can be happy and accepted at Trinity. But now Nagi has introduced the rumor of there being a traitor attending Trinity. I don't know how she came to that conclusion. Maybe it's all my fault. I feel like it's just safe to assume there's a traitor at every school. YouTube tends to filter random comments, yeah. It's really random and specific keywords it picks out for some reason. She became so paranoid that someone was interfering with her plans, she decided to form the Makeup Work Club. Speaking of which, have you figured out why each student was forced to join? Koharu is the JTF plant, Hifumi is Nagisa's plant. Haruko is probably a plant from someone else at Trinity, because Trinity hates Trinity. And Azusa is probably Mika's plant. It's because Nagi suspects every one of them, also that. I can fully believe that Nagisa is just... She's like the top hater of Trinity. That's how you become president. You hate Trinity at Trinity. Haneke was a little eccentric, but she was an outstanding student with excellent grades. She used a candidate to join the Tea Party once. The sisterhood tried to recruit her as well, but that didn't work out. I didn't know what to expect, but it was exactly what I expected. She attended a chapel class and nothing but a swimsuit was dragged out by the sisters. You should have seen the shock on people's faces. Who is that? I've never seen her before. I like the cat nun more. I like Mary more. That's Hinata? I like Mary more. I don't know, she's kind of too penguin for me. She's literally penguin coded. She got the black and the white and the yellow. That's certified penguin. That's more penguin than nun for me. She attended the chapel. We read that. Hanako had so much potential in her first year, but then she began scoring the lowest grades in her class at the start of her second year. Why? Was she doing it on purpose? She had already made inroads around Trinity and was aware of several academy secrets before her scores began tanking. It drew Nagi's suspicion. As for Karu, she's a nice girl that really has nothing to do with politics. She's nice when she's not crashing out, which is always. Her enrollment into the Make It Work Club has to do with Hasumi. The big bird? What does the big bird have to do with little bird? Nagi doesn't like there being such a powerful club with someone so influential out of her direct control. Are we sure Nagisa isn't the traitor? I mean, she's probably just a control freak, but also Kaharu is her insurance policy. It wouldn't have mattered who it was from the Justice Task Force. Kaharu just happened to have the lowest grades, so she was selected. She's a hostage, in other words, and I bet Hasumi is aware of it. One wrong move could lead to expulsion. But my little bird. But what, are you surprised to hear that Hasumi will be considered a dangerous element? I actually don't know Hasumi that well. I don't know if they've even done her first relationship Momo. There's one particular incident that may pique your interest then. What? Oh god, it's her. It's the certified freak. I don't want to advance because she's going to put on her normal face. Alright, here we go. Brace, boys. Vice President Hasumi, please calm down. How dare they! Pandemonium Society Gehenna! They think they'll get away with this. Well, it wouldn't be Trinity without a crash out, would it? Everyone's crashing out at Trinity, Jesus. Ah! Deep breaths. Listen carefully. This isn't over. Hasumi is the Vice Presidente of the Justice Task Force, Trinity's main armed force, and holds Gehenna in contempt. So, would obviously oppose the Eden Treaty because it would require an alliance with their greatest enemies. And finally, there's Hifumi, who's a bank robber. Yeah, I think I already know why Hifumi is sus. Because she's associated with bank robbers at Abydos. She's just a sweet, cute, lovable girl, right? Even Nagi adores her. But that's also what landed her right in Nagi's crosshairs. Hifumi was caught sneaking out of the district and visiting suspicious places, such as prohibited underground black markets. I don't know anything about that, Mika. I've never met Hifumi at a black market. Never. Absolutely not. There's even intel that connects her to a masked criminal group. Can you believe that? She seemed like such an innocent girl. I don't know. I think she's innocent. How like Nagi to keep her friends close and her enemies closer. Very predictable. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected about Hifumi. There you have it. The whole story of how Nagi's paranoia led to a full-blown conspiracy that a traitor is out to ruin Trinity. Nagi is absolutely certain that there must be a traitor in their midst. I know that explanation was a little long-winded, but that's the whole truth. Some even say we've never seen Hifumi and Faust together in the same room. But you said the traitor is the Unabomber. Azusa Kaczynski. I did. Think of it this way. How would you define what it means to be a traitor? Nagi is under the assumption that someone is trying to deceive her, and thereby Trinity's tea party. She suspects there to be a spy. In that sense, Azusa, the one whose background is a complete fabrication, is the closest to fitting that description. Unlike the other, she truly is a transfer from one of Trinity's enemies, Arius. She is now at the eye of a complex political storm and has no idea that it's all my fault. Okay, Sensei has great teacher Powerlines. Powerlines Sensei Des. I have a solution. And it's better than ever. It's better than even my plan to save Abydos. Even better than my plan to save the GDD. My plan is we transfer Hifumi to Abydos. And we blame everything on Hifumi. Yep. Problem solved. There's the traitor, Hifumi. She gets to go to Abydos. She gets to go to her friends. She gets to rob banks. Abydos gets a new student. Good for them. They need it. I see zero problems with this plan. Yeah, we pinned everything on Hifumi. Sensei takes her out to Abydos. What do you mean getting worse? She gets to go to her friends and rob banks. Yeah, I see zero problems with this. See, then we don't have to pin anything on our Unabomber or Koharu or Hanako. And honestly, I think Hifumi would be happier at Abydos if we're being honest with ourselves. She'd be closer to the black markets to get her weird chicken merch. Did I mention she gets to rob banks? Okay, maybe there wouldn't be that much at Abydos for Hifumi, but it'd work. That's why I'm fighting to prevent her expulsion. Or at least there's more for her than Trinity. Yeah, exactly. Look, we just gotta let Hifumi settle in at Abydos. She'll come around to the desert where there's nothing but debt. But she really had fun robbing a bank, so I think she'll be fine with Shiroko. Just promise her a bunch of Puroa merch and she'll be on board. That's true. It's probably true. We just have to say there's like a one-of-a-kind, unique Puroa merch. And there's only one in the world. And you have to go to Abydos to get it and also take all the blame. Or at least that's what I'm attempting to do by pleading my case to you. I want you to prevent her from being expelled. That's something a sensei can do, right? Hey, look, she won't get the crippling debt. She'll share the crippling debt. There's a difference. In other words, you could argue that I'm the real traitor. I'm the one who's opposing Nagi's Eden Treaty. Honestly, Sensei opposes the Eden Treaty too. That sounds like bullshit. I don't want to drag down Gehenna with Trinity. I don't think Gehenna deserves that. Gehenna does not deserve to be lumped in with the pro-haters at Trinity. Let Gehenna live their best life, okay? But since I'm not the host, I don't have any real power and have no means to prevent it. Then again, maybe that's not the truth either. You could just as easily argue that if anyone's betraying Trinity, it's me. It's Sensei does. It would be Nagi. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see it being argued that Nagi is the traitor because she wants to group up with Gehenna. Their one-sided rivalry. Because I honestly severely doubt Gehenna gives a fuck about Trinity. I think it's just Trinity being such big haters. Whenever Trinity isn't hating on Trinity, they hate on Gehenna. And I think Gehenna isn't even aware that Trinity exists. She's attempting to transform Trinity and all the values, harmony, and what school are you going to that has harmony and unity? It's enjoyed into something else. She wants to awaken a Leviathan. That's my take on things. Whether you believe or agree with anything I've said is completely up to you. Everything is in your hands now. Whether you'll protect Azusa or weed out the traitor. Whether you'll believe in Nagi or myself, I believe in Monkey. Return to Monkey. I believe in my gorilla princess! Is that everything you wanted to say, dearest Mika? Pretty much. I'm responsible for Azusa enrolling at our academy. This is as much as I can do to help her. Don't tell me you're worried about me, Sensei. I'm always worried about you, Mika. I have to protect my gorilla. Nah, how very sweet of you. May fall for you after all. I don't mind all the crash outs that are happening here. And then proceeds to crash out. Yes, that's... Yep. You don't need to worry about me. I'm much stronger than I appear. Mika's something of a gorilla herself. Well, then I should be going. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Me too, Mika. I enjoy talking to me too. People might start spreading salacious rumors if we spend too much time alone together. Not that I would mind. Until we meet again, Sensei! Hi! Powerlines Sensei des. I went back to the classroom while everyone was studying, and after saying goodbye to my gorilla. I fucking love my princess gorilla. My gorilla princess! My OTP, my one true... Wait, that would be OTL, one true love, not one true pair. Well, pairing with me! My gorilla! To be continued. The sisterhood, the one true princess! There you go, Bliss. Or the one true gorilla, the OTG. There you are, Sensei! Hi! Powerline Sensei des. The one patch on Azusa's arm is different. It's the area symbol in plain sight. Yeah, I was half suspecting that it was another school, because she said she was a transfer. Yeah. Sorry I'm late. A gorilla came up. Don't worry about it. Lots of monkeys. More importantly, take a look at their latest mock exam results. The OG, original gorilla. I checked the test results. Alright, how bad are the failures this time? I think everyone's scores went up, but only Hifumi is still passing. Second Makeup Work Club mock exam results. Fail, 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 pass. Wait, they went down. Wait, no, hold on. Hifumi went down again. I'm a little worried about Hifumi. She started at like 72 or something, but she's gone down almost 10 points. Kaharu has gone up by a lot. She's almost to passing. She's like 11 points away. Azusa's doing great. She's almost there. Hanako answered the first question and wrote her name. So, everyone but Hifumi is getting better. Huh. Well, look. I'm gonna take this as a total complete success. Because each time Hanako takes the test, she manages to do one more thing. First, she wrote her first name. Second test, she wrote her first and last name. Now, she even answered the first question. So if we just give her like 100 more mock exams before the real one, then she'll have every answer done. Hifumi is a little tired. She's a little eepy. It was very close. Hello, Arius Patch. Yeah, you're doing a lot better. Almost there, Azusa. She's not the only one who improved. My score went up a lot, too. I know! You scored a 15 on your last exam, but now you're up to 49! That's the biggest jump out of all of us. Of course! I did it! I told you I've been holding back this entire time! There's our of course. I was waiting for it! Maybe I will not stop keeping Hifumi up at night. I need help with my fort. Yeah! Keep it up. Hanako? What's wrong, Hifumi? Why so sheepish? I scored a 2 on our first real exam. I scored a 4 on our first exam. Now I've scored an 8. So she's doubling every time. So yeah, she'll probably make a 60 by then. That means I'm steadily doubling my scores each time. At this rate, I just need to take 3 more tests. I should be passing 2. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So she needs to take a total of 6 mock exams before she's passing. Oh, well, I suppose so, technically. You're all doing great. That's right. Well, I'll be above passing sooner than I thought if we keep this up. I will not stop until I complete my mission and win those cute things, no matter the cost. I fucking love Azusa. You remember the real goal is to avoid failing, right? The rewards were just incentives. That's now my secondary objective that I don't mind completing along the way. Secondary, I mean, I respect it as a fellow Momo Friends fan, but still. Sensei in the corner, drinking heavily, doing his daily gachas. What? Seems we have a visitor. Who would come all the way here? Mika. I know a gorilla. Actually, since Mika was here, that probably means Nagisa is. She's probably having someone carry her on her chair in here. Excuse me. Oh, that sounds like an intruder. Good thing I've taken measures. Oh shit, the landmines. She's talking about the landmines. I remember the landmines. I set explosive traps to stop intruders. Azusa! How many did you set? I hope there aren't more. There's more. There's nowhere to run, naturally. I laid traps along an intruder's likely escape route. Azusa! It's time for Hifumi's daily crash out. Oh, it's the cat. I like Serika more, because that's our cat in the spats, but this cat is acceptable. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? May peace and comfort find you today. I'm much more worried about your comfort right now. Yeah, this is her first appearance in the story. Wait, I know that form. I know that uniform. Are you from the Sisterhood? I thought that sounded like you, Mary. Mary? Mari? Mary? Whatever, it's Mary. Hanako. Cat nun Mary. Mari. Nah, it's Mary. Here, it's water. Stupid bitch. Thank you. I know Kahari didn't say the stupid bitch, but we all knew she was thinking it. Ah, that really caught me off guard. That was a hydration check, by the way. Drink your water! What was that just now? Those were landmines. Several landmines. Yeah, Mary is one of those examples of a simple but great design. Azusa. That was Azusa just now. Apologize! I'm sorry. I thought it was an enemy ambush. Me, an enemy? I mean, well, for reasons none of the students here know, except for Azusa, I mean, they are enemies, but they can be friends. So what brings someone from the Sisterhood here? Or about that... Don't look at her beta art. Mari's beta art? Okay, now I'm curious. Hold on. Blue Archive Mary beta art. Okay. Maybe in the fandom? Where would I find this? Is it... Wait. I think I might have found it. Is it the one? Is it Chinese beta test the CBT? Why is she staring at me? Also, I don't like Chinese beta tests because now it sounds like cock and ball torture. Jesus Christ. Okay, here's her full body. Instead of just the headshot. Yeah. That's... Yeah, she really does know my sense. Jesus Christ. Thank God that they toned her down a little. Oh my God. That's terrifying. That's more terrifying than any of Gehenna's demons. I was told this was where I could find the Makeup Work Club. I didn't expect to run to Hanako here. Children of the Corn. It just so happens my grades are terrible. Wait, did Hanako come here because she's hiding from the sisters? So they are. You know her? I mean, yeah, you know her. You could say we're acquainted. If you're not here for me, well, then what are you here for? But of course! I've been looking for Shirasu Azusa. Beta Art has her gripping the deagle ready to cap a sinner. Yeah, I noticed that. What? Yes, there's a student you rescued recently that wanted to reach out to express her gratitude. Rescued? Gratitude? Yes! Azusa helped a student that was being constantly bullied by her classmates. Apparently she was called to the back of a secluded building and then harassed on the day in question. Someone was harassing the poor girl. What? What? I love Koharu just constantly crashing out. These things happen, sadly. They may not hear about it often, but that's because perpetrators intimidate and coerce their victims into silence. Thank goodness the student came to us asking for advice. She told us you rescued her on one day when you just happened to be passing by. What? Was this the day that Azusa went on a rampage with tear gas? She did. I suppose that did happen. I don't enjoy watching gangs prey on the weak. As I understand it, one of the attackers you expressed retaliated by reporting you to the JTF, which escalated to you and the task force engaging in a firefight. Yep. This is why she was having a Waco, Texas standoff with tear gas. Okay. This is why the ATF cornered Azusa. At which point, you occupied a tear gas warehouse and held the JTF off for 3 whole hours. Yep. Yep. That's how it all started! I never retreat from a fight. I could defeat at least 3 more of your comrades had I not run out of ammunition. Well, you clearly didn't run out of tear gas. You have to be kidding me. That student came to us wanting to thank you, but after you couldn't be found at the academy, I ended up having to come here. So that's it. Her gratitude is undeserved. I ended up being captured in the end. I don't think that's what's important. But you shouldn't allow yourself to be bullied. Even if everything is meaningless, that is no reason to give up. Azusa gets it. We're all gonna make it. Wise words. I'll pass her message along to her. People say that you're nothing but a violent ice queen, but that couldn't be further from the truth after all. Eh? That's so sweet, but I wouldn't say those rumors are completely unfounded. Azusa is rather rough around the edges. Nah. that made her angry. That made her big angry. Hanako. Mary! I'm glad it's pronounced Mary. I'll accept no other. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I am, however. I'll show you the way out. Come on, it's this way. Step around the landmines. Okay. I'll be going now. I'm sorry for interrupting. Hi, Powerlines Sensei Des. I'm still here. Bye! Bye, Cat Nun! Say hi to other cats for me! Are they all cats at the nun? No, because there's the other nun. The day's study came to an end soon after that. An eventful day of landmines. And treason. Listen up, everyone! Oh god, how is she gonna ruin this? How is Hanako gonna pervert this one? Tonight is laundry night! Put your uniforms, underwear, socks, and anything else you need to have washed into the basket. Sure, thank you for offering. You want her underwear too? I can wash it myself, thank you very much! But doing all of her laundry at once saves water and detergent. Hanako is being efficient. Fall in line! Now. Do it. Fine, here you go. What do you mean? What? Wait, they're going for Sensei too? Oh, fuck. Nah. Why, thank you. Oh shit, wait. Why am I in the room at this moment? What about you, Sensei? Anything you need washed? Nope. 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 I'm going to my fort. Don't you dare take any of my blankies off my fort and wash them. They are perfect the way they are. They are load-bearing blankies. Oh, okay. I'm off to the laundry room then. Serica is the best cat. She's the cat in the spats. Everything here should be dry by tomorrow morning. We should be heading to bed. Good night, everyone. Night. What was that look, Ifumi? Hello. Sensei, can I talk to you later? It's about Hanako. She's kind of stupid. Okay. Yes, we may talk later. But we're talking in my fort. Bring some pillows. I need more. Yeah. I can't hear you, Hifumi. You have to enter the fort. What's the password? It must be Hifumi. Hello. But there! Hanako jump scare. Sensei, it's me. I told you you're not allowed in my fort. Ah! That was a lot easier than I was expecting. You really wanted me to come in, didn't you, Heart? What are you doing? Why are you in your swimsuit? Now Sensei is crashing out. Perfect. It was inevitable. You spend long enough at Trinity, you become one of them, and you crash out. Why do you sound so uncomfortable? These are just my pajamas. Since when does a swimsuit pass for pajamas? That's gonna shape the shit out of you. Yeah, you worry too much, Sensei. Anyway, I have an important reason for coming here. I wanted to talk to you. No shit. Hello, welcome to my space. It's about Azusa. Okay, what about her little Unabomber? Yeah, Sensei is slowly succumbing to the crash out in me. What about the Unabomber? Hello? Hi, Sensei Des. Sorry it took so long. I know I'm here later than last night. Okay, here it comes. Here comes the crash out. Here comes the crash out. Oh. Here comes Hifumi's crash out. I'm sorry! I didn't mean to interrupt. I had no idea to you. I mean, how long has it been going on? Hifumi, did you just say you were in Sensei's room last night too? How long has this been going on? She wasn't in my room. She was in my fort. I'm sorry. I never would have posed had I known. I'll come back later, Sensei. No. I mean, I won't bring the mood down again, so next time we should talk tomorrow. Where do you think you're going? I want to know what's been going on between you two. All the juicy details are better yet. A reenactment would do just fine, too. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Make them get out of my fort. All Sensei wanted was to make a fort. We eventually managed to clear up the misunderstanding after several more minutes. Hifumi yelled at Hanako to go change out of her swimsuit as well. We just lurched from one crash out to another here. Yeah, Hifumi was just in the pillow fort with me. Don't worry about it. What happens in the fort stays in the fort. Secret society. Now I get it. You've been coming here to talk to Sensei about how to make forts. I'm something of an expert on it. And you just needed some advice. But why do you keep calling your swimsuit your pajamas? Yeah, we had a triple crash out. Was that Hanako's first crash out? You're talking to a girl who wore her swimsuit to chapel once. I don't understand why everyone's so uptight about these things. You said you wanted to talk to me about the Unabomber. Yes, that's right. It's okay, Hifumi. You can listen in too. The thing is, she's gone out the last 2 nights and hasn't returned until almost sunrise. Azusa. I was under the impression she was simply having trouble sleeping outside of her usual bed at first, but I don't think that's it. In fact, I've never actually seen her sleep at all. Come to think of it, neither have I. Azusa is usually the last one to sleep, but the first one out of bed. If I call Hanako's demands a crash out. I mean, yeah, Hanako's crash was the calmest one, but I think she was also a little angry. I think that was more desperate than angry. I'm not sure what she's up to, but I'm starting to get concerned that I'll have to step in and force her to get some rest for her own good. Okay, we can sentence Azusa to the pillow fort. I know she'll love it in here. I can't help but feel that she's anxious about something. Ugh. It's not my place to pry into her private life, but I think we owe it to her to help. Every girl needs a good night's sleep. I'm afraid she's going to end up collapsing sooner or later. And the same goes for the 2 of you. Stop staying up so late and take better care of yourselves. You're not my supervisor, Hanako. I'm the sensei here. Our club work is important, but shouldn't take priority over your health. The worst that could happen is if the club fails. What's the point of our minds passing if our bodies ultimately fail anyway? You're not my supervisor, but you're right. You're right, but I'm not happy about it. It's not that simple. Only Yuka can manage my life, Hanako. You're not my Yuka. Hifumi, failing isn't the worst thing that could happen. If we fail the last 2 exams, we'll be expelled. We'll be forced to leave Trinity. I don't think you're supposed to say that, Hifumi. I mean, Faust. Expelled? What are you talking about? They can't expel you that easily. It's a long, complicated process that needs more valid reasons than simply your grades. She's telling the truth. Nagasa's a crazy bitch. Sensei. Hi, Powerline Sensei does. Believe Faust. Trust in Faust. Nagasa's a crazy bitch. She'll do anything. I'm a little scared of her. Tell her the truth about the makeup work club. Why the fuck not? Fuck it, we ball. What's Nagasa gonna do? Shell with her artillery? She's crazy, she might. It must be true if that's the case. We're gonna be expelled if we don't all pass the 3rd exam. She'll play chess with the 3 kings. This arrangement and the collective punishment wouldn't be possible normally, but given Shell's extrajudicial authorities involved, it all makes sense. Does it? I don't think it makes sense at all. Hifumi, I know a place where you'll be welcomed. I know a place where you're already besties with everyone. You guys have a blood tie made at a bank. And that goes for you too. Didn't your grades used to be at the top of the class? You were earning perfect scores in advanced 3rd-year level classes despite only being a 1st year. Oh, Hanako started failing because she doesn't want to join the tea party. Because Seiya fucking got murked. Or she just doesn't want politics. Either. I found out while looking at last year's tests when I was putting together our mock exams. I'm sorry for invading your privacy. But why? Why did you choose to begin failing this year? If it keeps up, then the rest of us will be... You'll have to forgive me. I never would have imagined that even one makeup work club failed, and all would be. It's unthinkable. No, I shouldn't have been so naive. Nagasa's a crazy bitch. She's wild and on main. I owe each of you an apology for the trouble I've caused. You can apologize by bringing me more pillows. My fort must grow. And I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm sorry, Hifumi. Hanako, it's fine. I already forgive you. You pink woman, you. It's as you suspected. I've been intentionally scoring low on my exams. But why? But why, though? What would compel you to do something like that? I'm afraid I can't tell you. It's in a pink woman's nature to be shifty. Blech? I have my reasons, but I don't want y'all to suffer because of my choices. So you don't have to worry, it ends tonight. I'll pass my exams and keep the rest of the Make It Work Club safe. I know the danger of the pink hairs, yes. Pink women, they're dangerous. God bless them. Bless their hearts. Thank you, Haneker. You don't have to thank me, Sensei. If anything, I should be the ones making it up to you. What if I did a little strip tea? We just finished a crash out, Hanako, please. No, you've already done plenty. You take an exam seriously from now on is more than enough. Oh, I have a question. Are you two the only ones that know about all this? I think so, since it was the only person I had talked to about it until now. If that's the case... There's no way Kaharu is just dead asleep right now. Kaharu is keenly awake and aware that she's the only one in the room in the middle of the night. I think Kaharu's having a mute crash out in the bedroom right now. Kaharu is freaking the fuck out because she got left alone. Everyone roached out on her in the middle of the night. Like, if you're at camp and you wake up in the middle of the night and no one else is there, you know you're in trouble. You know something is going down, and it's involving you. Yeah, Kaharu is crashing out silently right now. She is freaking out. She's probably trying to throw herself out the window right now. If that's the case, then expulsion isn't what's making Azusa anxious. That mystery is still unsolved. Actually, I feel as though the Make It Works Club entire founding is even more confusing after what you've told me. If that happens, you go back to sleep and let the monster take you. I doubt Mika could have arranged this. It must have been Nagasa's doing. I'm telling you, Nagasa's a crazy bitch. No one knows what she'll do. But why now? Why would she busy herself with something like this just days before the just days ahead of the Eden Treaty signing? Or is that the exact reason she's doing it? I think she's a crazy bitch. Now I understand. The Make Up Work Club's purpose is to hurt any potential threats to the Eden Treaty. What? It's very Nagisa-like thing to do. She can be a real conniving bitch when she wants to be. She said witch, but we all know that she's a bitch. Also, I don't want to say witch in vain, because I like witches. Love me witches. Did you just call her a bitch? Nagisa is trying to wash out every problematic element at once. Or yesterday's dirty laundry, basically. I think she'd equate it more to a trash bin. I said knowingly. You're all trash and I'm the lid. Her plans include you too, don't they, Sensei? Hi. You probably accepted this job with good intention of saving failing students, but in reality you are a pawn for the sake of using Shell's extrajudicial authority. And yet, that hasn't stopped you from doing everything you can for us. You truly are a wonderful person, Sensei. Hi! Powerlines, praise me more! And you're more like a detective, Hanako. I'm amazed. Nagisa told me that she's searching for the Trinity traitor. That's just like Nagisa. So melodramatic. Though I'm sure anyone who disagrees with her plans is a traitor in her mind. Especially someone named Mika. Am I sure I want to tell Hanako to praise you? Look. We have a functional adult named Hifumi in the room. Faust will protect me. Faust will protect Sensei's honor. I can understand why Azusa would be a suspect given her background. I could be off base, but it wouldn't surprise me if Kaharu was essentially a hostage from the JTF. How does Hanako know all this? But what about you, Hifumi? I thought you were close with the Nagisa. Ah! Am I really a suspect too? I guess I'd have to be if she placed me here. Would I ever do to Flounders? Come on, Faust. You know what you did. Come on, buddy. Hifumi, please. I know that you know. We'll have to talk more about Azusa later. I'll see if I can find out more about what's been going on. That'd be great. Please keep us in the loop if you learn anything. Because Hanako is the only one who isn't dumb in the group. Hey! Hifumi is functional. She's the boss. Sure thing. So, does this mean I'm officially a part of your secret midnight trysts? No, and get out of my fort! The three of us, all alone late at night sharing a heart-pounding menage a trois. Art. This is not what's happening! It is pretty late. Get the fuck out of my fort. Get out of my pillow fort! You're right. We should be getting to bed. Good night. Hifumi is a criminal mastermind, yes. Clompy clomp, 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 clomp. She's probably half asleep and didn't notice everyone else was gone. Nah, bathroom! Is that a light coming from... Well, I'm sorry. I have to do the voice. Is that a light coming from Sensei's room? What are they still doing up at this hour? Hey! I'm not a they. I'm a sensei. Get your shit straight, Kaharu. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Well, what were you doing in Sensei's room? Bye, Sensei. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's menage a trois. Oh? Threesome load filthy execution! It was the end of yet another day at boot camp. Just lurching from one crash out to the... Oh god. Swimsuit symposium. My voice can't take that level of crash out from Kaharu tonight. We're gonna call it there. I can't handle that level of crash out from Kaharu. Yeah, she went for the eyes. Okay, that is going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow at 1:40 a.m. Eastern. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to continue with Chapter 4, Swimsuit Symposium? Or do we want to do more of the, let me go back to the game screen. We can also tomorrow night do the grading every club in Kavotos that I've been doing on the side, where I do the group stories. So those are our two options for Friday night tomorrow. We continue the main story, or we can grade the clubs. Let me bring up, what are the grades so far anyways? I haven't thought about it in a few weeks. Let's see. It's in thumbnails, gaming, Blue Archive, school groups, club, tier list. Here we go. We should finish chapter 2 first. If we don't do the Thunder run tomorrow, it'll probably be Saturday. So either way, we're gonna do a Thunder one because I like doing once a week. So this is the tier list so far. Thus far, Seminar is top of A tier, specifically because we went on like an hour-long tangent about Yuka's thighs, scientifically analyzing it with the help of Grok AI. How long it would take for Yuka's 100-kilogram thighs to explosively compress a human skull. And it would take less than 1 second for Yuka to destroy a human skull with her thighs. So that's why Seminar is graded top of A. Anyways. You think it would take 0.1 second? Wait, was it 1 second or 0.1 second? It would probably closer to 0.1 second. I mean, it's 200 kilograms total for each thigh. Anyways, I'll figure out what we're doing tomorrow and post it up. So I'll see everyone at 1:40 a.m. Eastern tomorrow for more Blue Archive. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Excuse me. Because every little bit helps a little guy like me. I love Blue Archive. It's too fun. Anyways, I hope everyone has a fantastic Friday and weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, thanks for joining the Fan Gang, and I'll see y'all later. Take care, guys. See ya.